Are you somebody who says that you're weak in QA, you're weak in DILR, or you're weak in VARC? Well, if you say that to yourself, then let me share this with you that probably you're not really weak in either of those sections of CAT, and that your understanding about your weakness is very misconstrued, is probably misunderstood by you. And because of this misunderstanding of your weakness, you are losing out on at least 5 to 10 percentile in each section in your CAT. My attempt in making this video is to help you understand the mindset which you need to have regarding your weakness, and to remind you that probably your weakness in any of these three sections of CAT is not actually a weakness of yours. I will be creating this in three parts for you, one for VARC, one for DILR, and one for QA. The first one, this one is on VARC, which is in continuation to my last video on the attempt strategy for VARC. I assure you that each of these three videos are going to be mindset changing for you, probably what you need. So do watch this one up till the end, comment all of the things which you feel about it, and do watch the next two videos on QA and DILR. Hi, I'm Darpan Saxena, an MBA graduate from Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. So right now when I'm recording this, we are towards the end of the third last week to CAT. So which means that after this video, from tomorrow onwards, we'll be just 2 weeks away from CAT. And yesterday I had uploaded a video on the attempt strategy to VARC. Let me share my screen and give you an idea that what all have we spoken about. If you're somebody who's weak in either of these three, I had already in the last few weeks prepared detailed videos for your preparation strategy in the last few weeks. These preparation strategies have changed the mindset and the approach of a lot of aspirants. You can watch those videos, you can check out the comments in them, and you'll see. And then also, after making the preparation strategy videos, I created videos on the attempt strategy, the last one of which was on VARC, which I had uploaded yesterday. So after you complete this, you must go back and watch all of these, so that if you're somebody who's new to my channel, these entire 6-7 videos are going to give you the complete context of what you need to do for your CAT. Now let me go section by section very quickly. I'll be starting off with VARC to give you an idea that if you're somebody who thinks that VARC is a weakness for you, then what is it that you really need to think about, and is it genuinely a weakness of yours or not? Now, first things first, I would very quickly remind you of what we have in VARC in the CAT. It is expected that the structure of the exam is going to be exactly the same. The CAT official sample mock test was also released a few days back, and from there we can surely say that yes, this structure which was for the last year's CAT 2021 is going to be the same for this year's CAT as well, which means that we'll be having 16 questions of RCs, 3 questions each on para jumbles and para summary, and 2 questions on odd sentence. Overall, VRC will have 24 questions which you need to solve in the 40 minutes. This is an idea of what is your percentile versus score. So how much score would have fetched you how much percentile in the last year's CAT. And if you've watched my videos on the attempt strategy, I have dissected this table to the greatest possible extent. So how is it that you can score, say, a 45 for you to be able to score a 99 percentile? I have explained it in my last video. What I want to explain to you in this video is that if you're somebody who tells yourself that hey, I'm weak in VARC, मैं VARC में बहुत weak हूँ यार, मैं VARC में कुछ कर पाऊंगा नहीं, what will I do in VARC? Then this is what you need to know about. Here is the thing. You need to understand that what you're feeling is your weakness is only symptomatic. It's only on the surface. It's the symptom of it. And there are real weaknesses beneath those, beneath those symptoms, which is the real cause, which is the real problem. And my objective is to show you, to highlight that, to bring you to that conclusion that your weakness is probably not the surface level weakness which you're seeing. It is something much more deeper, and then probably At that point, you will be able to question yourself that whether is it really a weakness or not. So let me get back to my slide. And what I have been able to do is that for each of these three sections, VARC, DILR, and QA, I have compiled the 3 or 4 most common statements which you as an aspirant would say to yourself that, hey, I'm weak. First of the things you might say to yourself if you are weak in VARC is that my speed is very slow. My speed is very slow, and hence I'm not able to do enough number of attempts which give me a fighting chance. The simplest way to understand that your speed is slow is only a symptomatic problem. The real problem is when you keep on asking yourself why. Why is it that your speed is slow? And once you answer that why, you will arrive at a second question. And once you ask a why to that question as well, you will keep on arriving at the core problem. Now, if you do the same thing, the same algorithm to this problem of yours, if you're saying that my speed is slow, and if you ask yourself, but why is my speed slow? Probably you'll arrive at a conclusion that your core problem is that your ability to comprehend, reading comprehension, your ability to comprehend is not that great. Again, I would like to remind you that reading comprehension, or VARC, overall is a section entirely based on comprehension. If I go back to my screen, comprehension is not only about comprehension is not only about the 16 questions of reading comprehension. Even the 3 questions on para summary, for you to be able to understand that which option statement summarizes the stem statement or the stem paragraph, you need to be able to comprehend that. Same thing is for a para jumbles, that you need to comprehend each of the statements which you need to arrange. So it will be very safe for me to say that probably the entire section of VARC is based on your ability to comprehend the language of English. Therefore, I can safely say this to you that if your speed is slow, if you think that your speed is slow, the problem is that your ability to comprehend is also slow. That is your core problem कि जब आप एक RC को पढ़ते हो, आपको उसको समझने में समय लग जाता है, एंड आपको सवाल समझने में या फिर उसके करेक्ट ऑप्शंस समझने में भी समय लग जाता है. You take a lot of time in understanding the RC, in understanding the question statement, and in understanding the options. That is the thing. Now, the second thing is, someone may say that, okay, while my speed is good, I am able to attempt a lot of questions out of the 24 questions, but I am not accurate. If you keep on asking yourself why, that why is it that you're able to quickly rush through the questions, but not often are you able to mark the right answer option? The answer again probably would lead back to that your ability to comprehend the question, your ability to comprehend each answer statement or each of the option statement is not very good, probably. Yesterday I uploaded a video on the attempt strategy of VARC, and in the entire video I had suggested this one idea that for you, your ideal attempt strategy is if you can maximize your attempts in VARC, because your accuracy is a static, it's not variable. Your accuracy will most likely remain the same. Hence, with a given level of accuracy which you as a individual have, you need to adjust your speed and your attempts for you to able to get a score. Now, a few of you commented on that and said that no, probably what's more important is accuracy. Now, understand it like this: your speed is a function of your ability to understand the language, your ability to understand everything and answer it. Your accuracy is also a function of your ability to understand. I agree with that. It is also a function of your ability to comprehend. However, your accuracy is also a function of another thing, that how close are the answer options. Suppose the exam is set in a way that, unfortunately, and you would have experienced this in your mock tests, that when the answer options are too close, Even if you're somebody who's had historically very good accuracy, in that particular exam, your accuracy will go down by virtue of the fact that the answer options have been framed very close to each other. My point being, for any given day or for a given set of mock tests which you would have attempted, your accuracy will remain what it is by and large. And what you can play around hence is how quickly you can get through with it. Again, coming back to it. Now, the third problem which a lot of students say is that, okay, RC is fine, everything is good in my RCs and all, but I'm weak in para jumbles and para summary. What to do about that? For this same thing, I had advised you that probably the entire VARC, all 24 questions are about your ability to comprehend. So it's not just that the RCs are about finding out what is your ability to comprehend. Even para jumbles and para summary require you to understand the questions well. And again, if this is the problem, your ability to comprehend is really the problem. The weakness, the true weakness, if you're saying to yourself that my weakness is VARC, your core problem is your ability to comprehend, which is what you've got to improve. And the last thing for VARC, a lot of students, and the ones who are fairly bright students, they say this, that all is fine, but I often find myself confused between two answer options. How do I solve that? Again, if you understand, that is a problem of your ability to understand the nuances, the differences between the two answer options. My objective in this entire slide, was to simplify it for you. I don't want you to chase a lot of problems and try to find four different solutions. No. My job is to make it simple for you, and this is what the most simplistic way to look at it is, that you can significantly change your outcomes in VARC if you focus on only one thing, which is your level of comprehension, your ability to comprehend. And how do you do all of this? For this, I had created a video on your preparation strategy for VARC. Please go and watch that. I'll put the link to it also in the description. This is broadly what you need to know about VARC. If you're somebody who thinks that, I'm weak in VARC, then this is what you need to know, that no, you're probably not weak in VARC. It's just about the fact that you are generally not feeling good about it, and your comprehension ability has to increase significantly. So that's about it from this video. My objective of creating this video was to help you understand, and it was more like a continuation from my last video, wherein I told you that your attempt strategy has to be based around your speed. And if after watching that video, if you thought that no, but my speed is not that great, then this video is going to give you that clarity about what is it that you've got to do for VARC. I hope this changed, this brought light to your mindset, to the way you think about VARC, and I hope that now you'll not call yourself weak in VARC in general. Probably you'll have a more focused place to point the blame on, or probably the more focused place to work upon. That's about it from this video. Thanks a lot and goodbye.